falling when my figure louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solace
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls collapse with consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create kings sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. David bursts the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence,
While they chase attention.
labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Marking levels and the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that. Preparation look foolish before the rain arrive. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Red money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solace,
While they chase attention.
labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls collapse with consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create kings sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. David bursts the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead. Jericho walls following my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence,
While they chase attention.
labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a building while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause revenge trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create kings sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave it burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls follow when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a building while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
Panic with a crowd.
Out of Babylon.
You don't fit.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon.
I can live chain of fear.
Market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline to rise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, we burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls follow when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live chain to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept protecting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know were building while they left that hit. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with a crowd.
Out of Babylon.
You don't fit.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline to rise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, we burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls follow when my faith get loud. Used to to great emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Trying to worry building while they got it every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept us acting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that. Scrapperating look foolish before the rain arrives. Our survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord. So reap a patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money,
worship greed,
love for trading,
panic with the crowd,
modern Babylon,
you don't fit.
distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of silence.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move a salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause revenge trading killed quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to great emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they got it every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live train to fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision kid,
Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept us acting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that. Scrapperating look foolish before the rain arrives. Our survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord. So reap a patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon,
Cycle,
move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
told us chase fast money,
Red money,
worship greed,
love for trading,
panic with the crowd,
out of Babylon,
build on fear.
distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, me burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing sales, chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Marking levels in the chains that can't protect my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one building while they left that hit. Scraperating look foolish before the rain arrived. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's soul reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
it's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Red money,
worship greed,
love for trading,
panic with the crowd,
out of Babylon,
build on fear.
distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear,
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear,
Planting seeds of solid.
while they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Yeah, me burst the giants every morning at the hope it don't fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit strong. Trying to worry building while they got it every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds of silence, trying to chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had the right resistance. Sparking levels in the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that in. Preparation look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money,
worship greed,
love for trading,
panic with the crowd,
modern Babylon,
build on fear.
distraction and emotional slavery,
But discipline,
patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah, Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live, shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause revenge trading killed quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial.
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Friday, August 7th, and welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trader Show, where we live trade, break down charts, cover high impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. Happy Ramp Down Friday. Happy Free Trade Friday for everyone joining us on YouTube, guys. Make sure to join the free tier community if you're in there already. We are live in there, and I'm sharing the delay-free, ad-free stream, so you get an experience of what we do every single day. Make sure to join us there as well. That's available to you at no charge. Objective right off the open during the first hour, guys, is we did get some economic catalysts, some major economic catalysts at that. Unemployment claims, unemployment rate, non-farm payroll, non-farm employment change, used to be NFP, and hourly earnings. All right, so unemployment rate came in below forecast, below previous reading, so that the market digest all this data. We're looking to open up within prior day's range. The Qs are starting to fade slightly as well. They're the only ones holding up above prior day's range. Let this thing open up, guys. Ramp down and close the week out as strong as possible. All right, that's going to be the protocol for us today. Big thing is, guys, as we do open up, that hourly candle as we open up is inside so far. So we can see a little bit of sticky action until proven otherwise. My line of thinking is we can see a little bit of sticky activity during the first few minutes. So I'll wait it out. If it starts to clean up and I see my setup, I'll take the setup. All right, and we'll let the probabilities play out. All right, guys, so what happened yesterday stays yesterday. What happens today will stay today. Let's be present and capitalize off the best opportunities. Make sure to get to 100 likes. Let's do the giveaway. Let's do the giveaway today. Pre-market, we're seeing Microsoft pushing, Palantir pushing a little bit. We're seeing what other names are pushing here. We have some other names sliding to downside, semi-sliding. We're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Do we got a gap up? We got a gap up. We got a gap up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get the likes up. No poll question for today. I didn't put a poll question. No poll question for today. Let this thing close out. I think someone is on mute. So let us know what you're trading today. Strikers, let us know what you're trading. It's always important to outline the things you're going to do beforehand. All right, it's very easy to, once the open bell rings, right, to have amnesia and forget everything. Okay, so keep all those things at the top of your mind. Review your setups until it becomes muscle memory. Review your rules. What I recommend is printing it out. Okay, printing out your rules, printing out your setup, exactly what it looks like, laminating it, and putting it by your desk. Okay, I know it sounds strange, but trust me, anything to help you stick to the plan is worth it. Okay. Apple pushing to the upside. We're seeing Microsoft pushing to the upside as well. Nice push on Microsoft. Microsoft has cracked that 500. See if you can hold that 500. That's an early candidate. Palantir pushing. Tesla pushing. SpaceX pushing as well. Qs are testing that key zone, okay, between that daily upside breaker and that 20 cycle level. So Qs testing that level. All right, so I'm not fully convinced in the sell-off unless the Qs break below here decisively. Okay, and the Qs have been keeping us afloat at this point. And let's see if the Dow can at least bounce off that daily downside breaker. Prior day's lows, PMH, and that weekly open. Okay, if you can do that, and Qs can hold, maybe that can give SPY enough of a relief to potentially test 771.81 and get back above that daily upside breaker in pursuit of PMH. Okay, that hourly candle is inside still. So no decisions yet on this hourly. No big decisions yet on this hourly. No expansion. How's the H4? Okay, H4 directional. Daily, if it gets above 771.81, is directional. Ooh, look at Amazon, guys. Amazon pushing. Tesla pushing. So MAG's pushing here. MAG's pushing, guys. MAG's ETF knocked out that daily upside breaker. Okay. Broadcom pushing. AMD dropping. SpaceX pushing. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, good morning. As you're coming to smash the like button, Qs bouncing, nice bounce on the Qs. Okay, this has been helped by the MAGs, Microsoft pushing, Nvidia pushing, Amazon pushing, Palantir pushing. That's Alphabet holding steady. Meta pushing. Okay, VIX is muted, guys. VIX is muted. That's not going to be too much of our emphasis. We have small caps testing that key zone as well, testing that 300 cycle level and that D50. Q's trying to lift everything up, but problem is the Dow wants to do the same thing it was doing yesterday. Q's pushing and the Dow dragging us lower. That turns it into a slugfest. Early candidates, Palantir, Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia, all early candidates to the upside. All early candidates. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Let's get to the YouTube chat. Okay, as you're coming in, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Cost of admission is to hit the like button. Okay. There's perks. Good morning and God bless you, George, and your family, health, economy, and followers. May you all have prosperous Friday and safe weekend ahead. Amen. Thank you for always speaking life into the chat, Fishman. May everyone have a blessed day. If you are wrapping up your day early, have a blessed weekend. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Verse of the day, John 1:2. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Sharky, Kent, chat, and Discord. Yeah, the Discord chat is for members. All right, so Free Trade Friday, I have access to delay for ad-free stream. Okay, so if you're a member, you can chat in the Discord. That's our private chat. Good morning, BLR. Good morning, Vanus. Thanks, George, for the channel opportunity. Absolutely. No problem, guys. No problem. Okay, hourly still chopping inside, so no big decision for me. I want to see some kind of separation. Coming to either here, coming to either there, have some kind of reaction. Individual name front, we are seeing some strength on Amazon. We're seeing some strength across a couple of names. But it's going to be predicated on if the Qs can hold the zone. If the Qs can hold the zone and the Dow can start to bounce, great. If the Qs fail the zone and the Dow bounces, what just happens is the tables are turned. Okay? That's just a slight rotation. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay. Okay. Good morning, fam. God bless everyone. Amen. God bless you too, Jose. One, maybe two trades today, 15-minute orb, keeping risk management at the forefront, 100% at all times. Good, good, good. Disney, let's take a look at Disney. Let's take a look at Mickey Mouse. What's Mickey Mouse up to? Okay, what's Mickey Mouse up to? Disney, see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Disney's trading above that 100, testing that 105. From what I gather, Disney actually had this channel break off of the support. So the question is, can Disney get to 105 and hold? If it can, it has some room to push. This 105 territory, we did reject off of that in late June. So it's been here before. So it's encountering this major resistance in this 105, 104 territory. If you can get past that, continues to expand. If it fails, then it starts to possibly revert back to the 100 territory, coming and testing these highs here for potential retest of this channel break. I don't know. I think Mickey Mouse is losing mind share. In the minds of the kids, Mickey Mouse is losing mind share. They might be in trouble. I think they're 2 generations away. Not this generation, maybe the next 2 generations, the kids won't know who Mickey Mouse is. All right, the Mickey Mouse era coming to a close. Okay, AMD breaking down. Disney, I think the Disney already reported earnings. If they report earnings already, yeah, that can be a nice trade to the downside. Invalidation marker just continues to expand. If they have a reported earnings, then I'll probably just hold off. They might have been the handful of companies that reported before. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta on that Wednesday. On that Wednesday, Thursday last week. Okay, Shockwave 5. I completely forgot, guys. Shockwave 5. All right, Shockwave 5. This is the second consecutive day where we're potentially that 5-minute range is extending into the 15-minute range. So that tells us that it's very sticky, guys. It's very sticky. So being very patient is going to be critical. Okay, being patient will be critical. So I'll probably just let Shockwave 5 be. I'll go with 15. Because what I want to see is, do we have enough, if we're going to break, to do this? For this to take place, all right? The down needs to bounce off that zone, and the Qs need to bounce off that zone. If those two things can take place, we get a strong close above that. Shockwave 5 would be the gateway to entertain that push of the PMH. Late entry, break, reclaim with that daily upside breaker. Okay. The down starting to bounce here. IWM is moving as well. Nice move on IW. Nice bounce on IW. Right, where did IW bounce off of? Anyone catch that bounce from pre-market? IWM. Right, the zone. If you like the trade early on, comes right into it. The question that becomes is IW off this bounce, like we discussed, does it have enough fuel to knock this out? If it does, okay, then it starts to hold above PMH, hold above that daily upside breaker, target that area. If it doesn't, okay, it recoils, comes back into this area. Okay, so the bounce already took place. So does this bounce have enough fuel to break this zone on IW? IWM, that is. Nice bounce on IWM. Nice bounce on the Dow. See if the Qs could hold now. Tesla moving and grooving. Tesla does have some open air to go. So Tesla, I'm going to add Tesla to my watch. I believe we traded Tesla this week. 330s, most amount of volume. Looking at the 330 calls on Tesla. Okay, Shockwave 5 on Tesla already going. Tesla hold at 325. Between Tesla 325 and Tesla 330, okay, is 327.14. That's it. If we can knock that out, we'll be good to go. Okay, Shockwave 5 right there. Shockwave 15 in about less than 60 seconds. IWM, see if IWM get that expansion as well. If you took that manage accordingly. The Shockwave 5 retest on Tesla is 324.41, slightly below 325. Tesla TP1 on Shockwave 5, 15 not yet. Palantir also a candidate. Palantir needs to get above 165. Okay, Shockwave 15 is here. So if we see we have a seamless transition into 15. Looking at Tesla, looking at Palantir, TP1 hit. Okay, so Shockwave 5 is done, guys. If you got it, you got it. Shockwave 15, nothing yet on Shockwave 15. No signal yet on Shockwave 15. Shockwave 5, you take it to TP1. Question is, can it hold above that daily upside breaker prior day's highs? At this same time, guys, at the same time, we're still inside on that hourly. Okay, Tesla starting to knock out those highs. Let's see if Tesla can hold. Same setup, guys. Same setup. I'm not going to take the break. I'll take the resurface. Okay, resurface. So this goes to TP1. Gets above that daily upside breaker. It's more than enough. Keep a close eye on Microsoft. Keep a close eye on Palantir. Now look at this vicious trap, guys. Shockwave 5 says TP there. Shockwave 15, nothing yet. Okay. If the Qs give up this zone and the Dow gets back below VWAP, that can give us a chance to dump on this side. Okay, in the meantime, we'll let it do what it needs to do. Okay, Tesla's starting to go. A beautiful catch on those calls, Elion. All right, goes to TP1. Okay, Tesla. Tesla get back under that level, resurface. We'll be good to go. Okay, want Tesla to get to dip in a little bit. If you are in Tesla, manage accordingly. Okay. Microsoft also on the verge. SPY, complete mess, complete chaos. All right. Even if you have Shockwave 15, let me take out 5 for a second. If you trade the opening range, it came after you. It trapped you. If you just have the break. So just respect your stop and get out of the trade. Okay, so Shockwave 5, TP1, now Shockwave 15. No signal there yet on Shockwave 15. See if Tesla can start to push into that 325.95 area. No, I don't use the noise suppression, right? Especially if it's not like completely expanding. Noise suppression, I don't use it. If it's like choppy conditions, the noise suppression. Watch that 505 on Microsoft. If we can blast past that. Keep a close eye on Amazon as well. Palantir as well. 165 on Palantir. Keep a close eye there. Decisive breaks. Because all noise suppression does is it keeps you in the position with those runners. Right, so if the underlying is not running, right, you can choose how you want the noise suppression. Maybe we'll cover it. We have a little bit of downtime. You can choose how you want the noise suppression to be programmed. Okay, Tesla. I want Tesla to come back in. I believe Tesla will make a move, but maybe the second attempt will be the one. If this starts to crack, we crack under VWAP, fail that daily open, that can open up the gateway. We got Palantir and Microsoft bubbling. We got Alphabet completely collapsing. You want to see Alphabet hold below 356. Ticker symbol GOOGL. Okay, so no trade so far for me, guys. Just observation mode. Tesla providing a scalp there. We're still inside on this hourly candle. Let that hourly candle close in 11 minutes. There goes Palantir. There goes Microsoft. Also keeping a close eye on small caps as well. See if it has enough fuel. Okay, Tesla's going. See if you get into high today. There goes Tesla. See if Palantir can start to go. Okay, Palantir is starting to go. SPY, guys, just a complete mess. Alright, so look how sticky it is in this area. Okay, so far in relation to our zones, the Qs are holding, the Dow bounced, and small caps bounced. So see if small caps have enough to break that level. Therefore, I'll look at IW. I'm looking at the 302 contracts. Keep in mind these are zeros, all right? It does have some major resistance up ahead, but if it can break it and get above PMH, we took this trade, same trade we took yesterday, if you guys recall. The initial one gave a nice double-digit return, and then it fell back under, and the second attempt gave that nice run up. Tesla, scale out on Tesla. Anyone take Tesla? If you took Tesla, dollar signs in the chat. Dollar signs in the chat. Okay, it's going to give you that opportunity TP. Here. Okay, you got a TP. You got to be nimble because the market is not doing anything. Okay, so it gives you a run up for close to $2. Take the calls right there. We can drop back lower, resurface. I'll take it. Okay. Okay, SPY coming into play. If SPY wants to go, see if the Qs can go as well. Everything needs to start to go. Resurface on Palantir. Okay, retest as well. On Microsoft starting to push. Nvidia brewing. Amazon brewing. A lot of things brewing, and Apple brewing to the downside. Tesla's gone. Tesla about to hit TP1. See if SPY can hold there. SPY, I'm looking at what the 773s, 774s. 773s at the money. See if that can print. Okay, so far SPY is on its own, is venturing above those highs on its own. Let that signal print. Okay, let it print on the chart as that candle closes. Because they want to, looks like they want to play more trap games. Retest on Palantir. Fresh break brewing on Nvidia, Amazon, and Microsoft. We're deciphering SPY here. See if the Qs can at least join SPY. Looks like SPY is on its own solo trip above those highs. See if we can get some backup. So Tesla continues to push. Tesla, we talked about Tesla having room until 330. If it knock out that 327 territory. Okay, let's get the likes up, guys. First 30 minutes of the day in the books. We only have 48 likes, 150 people. So 2/3 of the chat has not hit the like button yet. Let's get on the same page, guys. Take a minute, smash the like button, and we'll be eligible for the giveaway. Again, it is Free Trade Friday, so feel free to join us in the free tier Discord for the delay for ad-free stream. Okay, gives you some insight on what our members see. You can see the other ideas as well. Palantir going, okay. Everything you can see it from the lens of Shockwave. Palantir calls pushing, scale out. Amazon's bubbling. Microsoft also bubbling. Microsoft, the 505s, 510s, 50750s. Tesla, I'm looking for the Tesla retest. Palantir retest. SPY's not doing anything, guys. None of the indexes are doing anything. They're still all within their opening range. That segues us right into Shockwave 30. So this is the third consecutive day. Shockwave 30 is about to kick in 4 minutes. Okay, I'm putting the last touches on all the Shockwave suite, guys. All right, it will be available very soon. And it's going to be game changing. Just like Shockwave was game changing, so will the entire suite. Okay, we're starting to break down there. Is this break below view up legit? We're going to have to confront the daily open and that top of that gap. If the Qs can break that level decisively, that can lead to the slice and dice. Okay. SPY puts, we have room into the 770 if it starts to break down cleanly. Once the 770 puts can come into play on SPY. But we want to see the Qs decisively break below this area. No hesitation. Okay. No hesitation. The Qs are starting to break. See the Qs can hold. That leads us for that Tesla retest as Qs start to break. We're seeing that breakdown, structural breakdown after trapping the longs. Just watch out for any wicks back up. Right, they're playing very tricky games, so you want to wait for confirmed candle closes. See if Tesla can lead Tesla into that bounce. Tesla drop a little further. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, Vin Profit. Appreciate it. It's Fishman. Okay, let Tesla dip in a little bit. Dip in a little deeper. Dip in a little deeper. Okay, get comfortable below that level. And show some signs of life. And get back above it. Qs are breaking down at that 5-minute candle close. About 1 minute some change left. Okay. They've been trapping a lot of these open range traders. Right, so you got to be careful. You got to do your due diligence in that area. Okay, so let Tesla come into 325.97. Okay, Tesla starting to drop, and then now what I want to see Tesla do is drop and then get back above that level. All right, so Tesla resurface will be there. See if that put signal can print. It means it stays on the chart as that candle closes. What the indicator is doing is trying to filter out any of those traps. Qs are breaking down beautifully. Trying to filter out any of those traps. If Tesla triggers back the upside, I'll take Tesla back up for the calls. Okay, I'll take Tesla right there. I'm in the Tesla calls. A risk very close to VWAP. If that turned out to be a trap on SPY, get back up daily open, that would be great. So Tesla calls here the 330s. Okay, see, you can get back above that level. Risk is conservative, so I want no close here on Tesla below this area right here. Okay, the risk is defined already by the indicator. Okay. Now, if they trap here and start to push back to VWAP, that could possibly help Tesla. And if the Qs get back to 720, that can help Tesla push the upside. Okay, up 9. So we can see a little back and forth, some volatility here. Shockwave 30 here. He TP'd quickly on Tesla. Good, good, good. I'm going to let it play out, see it through. If the Qs make lower lows, Qs already signaled to the downside. If the Qs make lower lows, okay, that could possibly drag SPY lower. So my NC on Tesla on the 5 is here. So I can allow wicks, but no close. Okay. First trade of the day, Tesla calls. Go, go, go. Look at that trap, guys. They're playing a vicious, vicious game. This is vicious game, guys. Okay, they're just preying on momentum traders. They paid them on Monday and Tuesday, and they're just preying on them today. See if Tesla can get some follow through, knock out those highs. What I want to see with Tesla, guys, is this candle, this 5-minute candle, is still alive. And if you can close as a hammer and knock out those highs, that'd be great. Okay, that'd be encouraging. If it goes engulfing, of course, that's perfect world. It goes engulfing. There's still some selling on that 5. Okay. Still some selling on that 5. No close below VWAP. That's as much as I can take. Okay, no close below VWAP on Tesla. That VWAP coincides with that conservative. Okay, see if you can get that bounce off VWAP. If buyers want to fuel back up off VWAP, that can help us. If we get that close below it, then we'll get stopped out for about 35%. In this case, we need SPY and the market to try to push the upside. If we took Q's breakdown, scale out. Google slide at the downside. Are there any buyers for Tesla near the VWAP? So this 5-minute candle will be very telling. If this can go hammer in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, that would be great. If it just closes below that level, gets slices and dices to the VWAP, no buyers, then we'll be wrong and we'll be out of there. Okay. Get that nice little push. Okay, see if buyers want this back up off VWAP. Still some selling on that 5 on Tesla. That 15, we're coming off of a 15-minute reversal back to downside. So there is some selling pressure here. About to get stopped here on Tesla. If we get that close right there, I got to get out of there. I want to see a wick at least on the 5, keeping an eye on the 1 as well. Bars on off the VWAP come in. Down about 34, 35. Okay, I got to get out of there. All right, stopped out on Tesla. All right, stopped out on Tesla. Gave it some time. Tried to get the reclaim. There was a quick scalp available. I wanted to see a push back at the highs of the day. Stopped out on Tesla. As you can see here, and that's basically the first stop out since not 2 Wednesdays ago. So the streak has come to an end, guys. The streak has come to an end. Okay, it is a stop out. All right. So this was the risk right here. If this can hold, we'll be good to go. I want to see that resurface back the upside. 325 can't hold. View up can't hold. I got to get out of there. Qs are dumping. See, that can lead SPY to dump. We have a new hourly candle here, of course. See if that can break those lows. Okay, TP hit on the Qs. TP1 hit. Qs dumping. Palantir pumping. See if we get shockwave 30 here. All right, you have room to 770s. A very tight window. If we can print. Good cut on Tesla. So what are some candidates? Palantir, of course. Qs. They can come back and retest. SPY is not doing anything, guys. It's doing something, but it's a slow grind. Slow grind. Okay, so first trade of the day, stopped out on Tesla. Very iffy price action. Okay, very trappy. I agree, Lynn. Beautiful job on PLTR. Pudol. PLTR's out of here. Out SPY call, good and good. Very trappy action combined with some back and forth. Very messy, 100% guys. This is why I ramp down Fridays in place. If Tesla can resurface, I don't mind re-engaging. Okay, so I have that set. I'd rather take the stop, take the loss. If it comes back into play, I'll take it again, rather than riding with the position all the way through. Okay. The scalping mindset is we're here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, we're not going to be with the position through thick and thin. All right, it's just it's a conditional it's a conditional relationship. You get to where you need to get to before a set period of time. If you can't, this is my threshold. I'm out of there. Meta still an open range, SPY still an open range, Nvidia still an open range. So the only name really going out of our usual suspects is Palantir. Tesla did initially go. All right, I took the resurface, got stopped out. SPY, nothing on SPY yet, guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if this bleeds into the second shift. Okay. So if you trade Shockwave, you would not be in any trades on SPY. Let me clear the drawings. Okay, if you trade Shockwave, there's no signals for you on the 15, on the 30. The only trade that came in was on the 5, and not a lot of people trade the 5. Okay? And that gave you 2 trades, both for TP1. But to trade the 55, you need to be operating at a high level. You have to be very quick on your execution, very quick in your decision making. Amazon broke, stopped out Amazon. If you took Amazon, there was a scalp available. If SPY does start to break down, let's see SPY. If it does break down, guys, it has room. It's gonna have some contention at 770. All right, so this is basically you have room to 770, and it's sketchy from that standpoint. Once it starts getting to this area, all right, you're gonna be up a significant amount to see it break down, or you wait for the breakdown. All right, so everything is essentially hugging VWAP. So we're still within striking distance of VWAP across all the indexes. We have the Qs pushing lower. So the Qs retrace reject is probably out of all the indexes the cleanest setup. All right, come in. That type of activity. You can come into this exact entry. Validation marker being psych level. Let me take a look at the cues. QQQ. I already gave that retrace reject, it looks like. QQQ, the 717, 718, 716s. See if SPY can finally start to go. No signal yet, nothing being printed. It's trying to print, but it's not official until that counter closes. If everything starts to dump, if Google can break below 355 decisively, Google has a chance. All right, so very, very low quality opportunities, guys. Okay, very low quality conditions. Okay, don't expect to wine and dine at McDonald's. Very low quality conditions. 100% on Palantir. Beautiful job, Dan. Tremendous, tremendous, tremendous job. Well earned, well earned, well earned. What the tricky part is the way the candles are moving, right? You can only have that, you can only understand that if you watch this long enough. It's not so much how they're moving, but the way they're moving. Okay, see if we can violate that 770. Qs have room into PML. Okay, we're starting to slide here. IWM as well can be a candidate for the slide if it's legit. We're getting some synchronized selling. Okay, I'm looking at IWM 299s. Okay, SPY starting to slide. IW has a little bit of room there. So if everything starts to slide, I'm going to go with IW. I want it to hold below that and validate that double bottom first. Qs are sliding. We need Qs to break below PML. I don't feel comfortable here on SPY, shorting right here. All right, I got to respect this area. I got to respect those zones. Okay, got to respect those zones. Be mindful of that 300 on IW. It needs to cross that 300 and cross that 2966. All right, so you want to see smooth selling. You want to see smooth selling. We took it to 770. Congratulations. I'm looking for that double bottom to invalidate an IW. Qs need to break below PML. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if SPY tries to catch a bid off that 770 and that 769.76. That is the gap down. Okay, shockwave 30, shockwave 60. Shockwave 30, shockwave 15. So 15, 30 is right there. So generally, the retrace reject will be in this territory. At the highest point I'll get the puts is here. I can't get the, or the lowest point I should say I'll get the puts is here. I can't get the puts in this area. at least for my preference. Keeping a close eye on IW. We get some follow through, some synchronized selling. That'd be great. Be mindful of that 299.66. If we can hold below 300, that's a victory. Okay, 299.66 coming up. We need to slice and dice through that on IW. Okay, so I need everything to start continue to sell off. I want to see the Qs break below that PML and IW break below that, and I'll take IW to the downside. Okay, new candle here. New 15-minute candle. Because if you're looking to take this without confirmation, you're in danger of catching a double bottom. You're in danger of shorting at support. All right, so filtering it out is critical. Filtering it out is critical. Okay, I want us to stay below 770 on SPY. I want SPY Qs to break below at PML. Okay, I'll use IWM to play that. Individual names, if you want to play the trend, maybe if Palantir can pull back, that'd be great. Okay, so if you took this, guys, if you take this breakdown, this is what it's giving. Okay, it's giving you this room to the downside, like we just discussed. If you opt not to take it, you're just gonna get stopped out. There's too many levels in this area for us to slice and dice through that area. Okay, so let's see if we can retrace reject off this area and push back lower. Still keep an eye on IW. As we speak of IW, guys, we have some kind of downward compression here as well. Just like that. Okay. So no trigger, no trade on IW. If you're on the other side, if you're taking this bounce, okay, manage accordingly. If you're taking these bounces, you probably have to use those further dated contracts. Okay, that gives you a little bit of time. So as the Qs bounce, retrace reject can come into play for the Qs. I like the retrace reject on the Qs. This area, I'm trying to look for a setup, guys. Okay, without forcing it. Well, there isn't nothing that's too clean. Okay. So if you're just joining us, we did take Tesla. First trade of the day, stopped out. That's our first stop out all week. First stop out since 2 Wednesdays ago. So all last week, everything worked in our favor. All this week, everything worked. And that's a rarity, all right? That's not something you can expect all the time. I think that's the longest streak we've had during our 150 plus episodes. All right? So that's not how things are usually. Most of the time, you're operating at best at 60, 70%. Okay, probably 65% win rate. 100% win rate, okay, is unsustainable. So just take it as it comes. SpaceX flying. I have SpaceX on another chart here. Yep, SpaceX. Yep. To the moon and go. SpaceX is at 125. SpaceX is getting picked up. And at the same time, it's hard to go short, guys, in a bounce zone. Okay, so these zones, it's hard to go short in that area. That's why I was reluctant to go short on IW. Okay, without confirmation. I want to get some confirmation. As we start to pump, see if I can fade the Qs here if they have continued weakness. I want the Qs to smack off VWAP, fall back under the shockwave, and then I'm looking at the 715 puts. If it continues to push, I'll respect the buy up on the Qs. Okay, that'll be my That'll be the next trade I'm looking to entertain. So I want to see the Q slide back to downside. I'm fading that strength. Okay, I want to see it slide back below those lows. In the next couple of seconds here, that 1 minute candle closed back below it. The 5 minute has some strength. The 15 minutes have strength as well. I want the Qs to fail at the 720. If they reclaim 720, this can potentially be a reclaim bounce off PML. So I want the Qs to fall back under a shockwave trigger. Further supporting that VWAP projection. I'm looking at the 715s on the Qs. Okay, fall back under. So fading the pop. SPY coming back into that daily upside breaker. This is a compound break on SPY. Compounding the 15 and the 30 up here. Nice little bounce, reclaim 770. So I want to see the Qs fold back under. If they can't do that, then that trade is off the table. At the same time, I am monitoring our good friend Tesla. Okay, if Tesla comes back into play, guess what? I'll be there for it. Okay, I'll be there for it. But we're going to need everything to break out for Tesla to come back into play. Our alert is set. Same contracts on Tesla. Okay, nothing's going to change on Tesla. First, I'm trying to see if the Qs have another push to the downside, filtering that out. Okay, fail that 720. Reject off VWAP. Push back lower. SPY reject at 771.81. Qs continue to expand above VWAP. That idea will be off the table. Speaking of ideas, Apple is starting to push. Palantir continues to push, guys. Palantir has been the MVP. Keep a close eye on Microsoft if we do start to expand across the board above 505. Tesla starting to creep back up. Okay, we can start to creep back up. I'm going to use the same risk, the same setup. So in that case, I want to see the Qs continue to push. I don't want to see the Qs fail. All right, so either way, there's going to be something for us to do. Okay, let's see the Qs can start to slice and dice. Trigger that alert. Go Qs. Break those lows. And I don't necessarily need Qs if that trade does come into play to go to the lows of the day. I'm looking for a quick double-digit scalp with a majority. Yeah, tremendous job, 742. Yep, Palantir calls. Good, good, good. Apple's starting to break here. All right, you don't got to catch them all. If you can catch one of them, you'll be good to go. Still have some buyers on the 15 on the Qs, 15s across the board. Yeah, Palantir was one of the ideas during first shift. Second shift is upon us in the next 7 minutes. Okay, keeping a close eye on Tesla. See how they continue to push. Okay, I'll take Tesla right there. I'm going to Tesla calls. Second attempt. In this case, I want to see SPY. If SPY can break, that'd be great. So same risk, guys. So even if this gets stopped out, same protocol as earlier. All right, I'm shooting my shot. What would be favorable for this position is if SPY can break out. Same risk. If the Qs, if you hear the alert on the Qs, that means that breakdown is there. Could have got a better entry on Tesla. But in regardless, see if we can start to push. So at least SPY stay above 771. If the Qs break below these lows, guys, that's not going to be the best news for SPY, for Tesla. Okay, that might drag Tesla lower, but that opens up an opportunity for the Qs to slide. I want to see Tesla push here. Up 13. TP if you need to, guys. If you TP'd already, congratulations. Okay, let's see the nice little push on Tesla. Continue to push. See if SPY can break that level. See if the Qs continue to go as well. Up 16. Stay above that level. Stay above 326.83. Okay, I like how SPY is starting to break. SPY is pushing. See if Tesla can go candle over candle. What that simply means is the candle that opens up is immediately above that prior candle's high. Right, just basically stacking on its shoulder. Okay. Up 13. TP, guys, if you need to. That's a good TP. I'm trying to see if Tesla can push at least into that at 327.60. As SPY starts to push into PMH. Okay, get one more push there. You waited for that break on SPY, finally came in. Up 21. I'm going to take a majority off right there on Tesla. Okay, down to runners. There we go. Holding until a high a day. Break even. So I'm going to hold my runners as long as they stay above that initial entry. Okay. No close above below there. Okay, there goes Tesla. There we go, guys. So second attempt, much better than first. Okay, see if you can take this into highs of the day, and if the runners want to turn into marathon runners. Okay. SPY, if you waited, SPY gave you that break up 33. Who took Tesla? Second attempt. 35. Okay, I'll take a little more off right there. Okay. And I'll just keep one runner. Okay, let's keep one runner right there. And see if this thing wants to run and go all the way past that area, 41. So let's see what kind of damage we can do with one runner. 40. That's about $30 per, let me see, $40 per contract, guys, one runner. Okay, so there you go. 58. Up 60%. So if SPY can knock out those highs, we'll be good to go. Up 64. Who took that? Dollar signs, guys. Even if you took SPY, if you have shockwave and you waited. Good, good, good. %60 on Tesla, guys. See if you can hold above 327.60. That'll be my trailing stop. So at least walk away with 30. See if SPY can hold above PMH. So we did see profits upwards of 60+%. All right, so giving this a little room, no close below 327.61. I want to see SPY just continues to push. See if that can give Tesla one little lift to the upside. Okay, starting to recoil. I'll take it off right there. So all out on Tesla. Okay, so give you a little room to push. If you want to continue to hold, that's fine. But you see how quickly it goes from 60 to 30. SPY. The main one is, guys, SPY. If you stayed patient on SPY, okay. This is your only scalp. I talked about, hey, you know what? If this thing wants to give you a scalp, you have to target 770. This morning with our team, we discussed the importance of this territory. This is the most important zone. Okay? That's the most important zone. So nice push on Tesla. Let's take a look at Tesla. So at peak, 60+% in less than 10 minutes. Multiple scale outs. So I want you to take a look at the first trade versus second trade. Okay. First trade versus second trade. Identical. These are both identical. Alright, so you cannot be only okay with capturing 60% opportunity and not be okay with the cost of doing business. So in this case, if this trade, we took it and the exact same thing took place, then I'll be out. But if you have a high probability setup, the likelihood of the same thing getting stopped out over and over and over again, right, is lower. It's higher in your favor that it's going to work. So we stop out, okay, we wait, we venture into potentially taking some other ideas. It comes in, we scale out accordingly, and then 60% all the way at the peak. Gave it a little room to see if I can get it into the highs of the day. I SPY smacks off that PMH, and eventually it gets rejected. So this push lower, guys, that takes out probably 40% of the value of those contracts. That's why when it appreciates quickly like that, just take it, take the profit. Because any kind of pullback, all right, that's going to quickly absorb a lot of that premium. For it to regain that premium, it needs to have a quick recovery as well. All right. So Tesla, good trade on Tesla. The MVP for first shift, okay, first shift is in the books, goes to Palantir. All right. So if you are in free trade Friday, you can clearly see Palantir on the screen. We mentioned Palantir multiple times. Okay. And then Palantir is the one that just goes and takes off and never looks back, and is up $5 plus. Next is Apple. Apple is right behind that, and of course Tesla. Okay. This you get from the pre-market. So if you're taking the puts here, you have to be very, very cautious because this is your area for TP. If you want more, you must respect your stop. All right, you must respect your stop. Downward compression, we hit that break. We come into PMH, reject that PMH. Okay. Why, when I only risk one or two contracts, I get like 80 to 100%. There's 20, 30 contract, get like 10%. Yeah, it always seems to be like that. For some reason, right? Sometimes when you're using that larger size, that just underlying anxiousness, all right, can make you just nervous or worried, so you don't give it enough breathing room. As opposed to when you're using less contracts, right? You're kind of you're trading stress free. Like just into the breathing room, just into the stop, right? So maybe just you use less contracts. And you find that works better. Okay, so first shift is officially in the books, guys. I'm keeping a close eye on Microsoft here. First shift is in the books. Give me something in here. I'll probably entertain it. All right, let us know you did in first shift, guys. If you're green up until now, tremendous job. Has not been an easy week, okay? Has not been an easy week. There's not going to be a week where it's going to be an easy week. All right, so whenever someone says, oh, it's easy or that's not the truth, guys. Everything is hard fought. Okay, it can be simple. It can be straightforward, but by no means is it easy. You have to fight. Okay, you're not fighting the market. Okay, you're fighting your old self and some old tendencies, and making room for a new way. All right, if you think it's easy, you let your guard down. By default, those old attributes will start to resurface. All right, so again, the first 2 days of the week, this is what they gave us. Okay, let's do this real quick. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. First 2 days of the week was a straight line up. Okay, with a straight line up on Monday, and then Tuesday it was even a straighter lineup. Okay, this is coming off of Tesla headed back towards those highs. This is coming off of an entire month. Okay, of this tricky action. All right, so we kick off the new month. All right, straight line up. So by default, 99% of traders, okay, they miss that because they're conditioned to think like they were thinking in the month of July. So they miss these straight line up moves on Monday and Tuesday. And by the time they catch up, by the time their system catches up, they're going to say Wednesday is going to be the same thing. They're going to look for these kind of setups. There's some repressed FOMO there, so they probably hold longer than expected because it worked out this day when they missed it. Go beyond their stop, and then what do they give us? They give us ugly action. What do they do after that? They give us ugly action. What do they do today? They give us, so far, ugly action. Alright, so it's always in our best interest, guys. When we come into the day, we review the day, we see what levels price played with. We want to know where we are from a directional standpoint, but by no means are we coming with just because this happened yesterday, this has to happen today. Okay, that mindset will lead you to go crazy. You have to take things at face value. Just when it's the next day, you just have to focus on what the current day has in store. You have an idea of what took place the previous day. You have an idea where the most important levels are. You have an idea of what the bigger picture is. All right, but your primary focus is what's taking place on the ground floor. What's happening now. Not what happened yesterday. What's happening now. Not what's going to happen in 20 minutes. Right? That's not our job. Our job is not to predict what happens for the next 20, 30 minutes. We just need to be right now. And if we're very, very right now, okay, we can possibly be very right for the next 20 minutes. And if we can do that, sometimes, then that's where you get those monster type of trades. But your objective is not to be right for 20, 30, 40 minutes. Just to be right now. Okay, so that was a huge, huge lesson. And hopefully you guys picked up on that. And you can take a lot away from that. The market is going to do that. It's going to play with your psychology. It's going to play with your mind. It's going to get you used to one thing and then do the other. Okay? You're not playing the same team every game. You're playing a different team with different schemes. Different strategies. Every game. Tesla continues to push. Tesla's contracts are back at the high of the day. Okay. Okay, guys, keep it clean. SPX flying. Beautiful job, Judith. Tesla and SPY calls today. 3 trades, all green. Hit my daily target. Green this week. Tremendous job, CP. Anyone else hit green this week, guys? If you did, great way to kick off the month. Okay, keep taking it at your own pace, nice and slow. Take your time, be patient. Okay, be methodical in your approach. If that means missing some setups because you're methodical, let it be. All right, so that's what matters at the end of the day. All right, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. You're not going to catch everything. You have to make peace with that. You have to let some go. Okay, you have to allow other people to take it. You can't catch everything. All right. Google, nice breakdown there as well. Apple coming for that retest. Nvidia flag, see if that can break. SPY coming to test this area here. Interesting on QQQ. Is it back in our area? Yes. So QQQ can't hold this area. If it can't hold here, guys, decisively, there might be a short opportunity here. But it needs to fold, and SPY needs to fold back under this daily upside breaker. Okay, let's clean up the chart a little bit. Okay, let's erase all these drawings. Oh, took the wrong one. Took the wrong one off. Erase drawing. Okay. So shockwave gives you that into 770 for a quick scale out, it's a quick trade. If you took the bounce off 769.62, okay, which coincides within our bounce zone, this is the biggest move. That's basically taking on your own strength. There are no real automated indicator for that. And then it gives you this push, a little bit of late entry, but it has to check all the boxes before I can give it to you. Okay, see if the keys can start to break down here. Looking at the 715s. If it starts to break down, this will be the lotto for the day. And on that note, this will be the last trade of the day, last trade of the week, regardless of how it plays out. Okay, I'll take the cues right there. Okay, couldn't get filled. Couldn't get filled at 92. I'm going to cancel that and then see if we can bounce and then take it again. Cues. Give me one little bounce. One little bounce so I can take the puts here. I don't want to take the puts too far away from that entry line. Alright. I want to get it as close as possible with that line. It's starting to create separation here. We took the cues. So this was the setup we were waiting for earlier. We decided to go to Tesla. So if you can bounce one more time, just a little bit, I'll take the cues for the puts. If you're able to get filled, manage accordingly. Treat it as a scalp. Okay, see if I can take advantage of that now. Push, push, push. One little push, one little 1 minute candle. In that case, I'm keeping a close eye on SPY as well. I want SPY to start to collapse below 771.81. Just one little erratic bullish candle on the 1 minute, and I want that to get faded back to downside, and that'll be my trigger. So it continues to slide, and I can't get that entry. Okay, the closer it gets to TP1, okay, the more expensive it becomes, so I'll just let it be. If you were patient for that, okay, well earned. Right, treat that as a scalp. Qs can get erratic in that area. Okay, Qs can get very erratic. SPY starting to bounce. Okay, going one little push. Okay, dig into it a little deeper. SPY starting to bounce via shockwave. Add that daily upside breaker. Okay, look at that bounce on shockwave. I want that buying to get absorbed on the Qs, and I'll take the slide. Okay, I'll take it right there. I'm in the Qs puts. Stop is conservative, and I have VWAP on my side as well. So no close back above conservative. So fading the pop here. Okay. If it closes above that conservative, I'll be out. So we do have VWAP as line of defense as well. And this will be the lotto for the day and last trade of the day as well, last trade of the week. All right, so fading that pop. Try to get that entry as close as possible to that level. All right, my entry was like in this area. So here's my stop. Right there's my stop. Conservative, no close above it. No close above it, no close above VWAP. If we do knock that out, okay, we close above it decisively, I'll get stopped out, especially on the 5. I'm watching the 5. All right. So this needs to hold. We got some buyers there. So let's see if VWAP can act as a shield. If you can act as a shield, that'd be great. This is prior day's high, so I have to respect that 720. I have to respect this key zone. Okay, this is what it's doing. So what I'm trying to bet on here, guys, is this failing back under. We know it can turn to a reclaim, so we have to respect it and watch it very closely. Okay, we must respect it and watch it closely. SPY continues to push via shockwave. We took it to the upside. Good, good, good. About to get stopped out here on the Qs. I can accept the wick, no close. Okay, I'll get stopped out there. So I'm out of there on the Qs. Try to give it as much time as possible. Stopped out there on the Qs. Okay, so I wanted to see if there was a retrace. Reject. Right? Kind of taking that pop in the fade type of entry, and I got stopped out right over there. And just like that, look, see, so frustration is there. I mean, it's gonna go and then come back and go and come back. So in this one, probably the better one would have been let it go and let it fall back under. Let's see if that plays out. Nice breakdown on Google. So individual names providing the better moves today, guys. So it's a stock pickers market. Tesla out of here. Google out of here to the downside. So even if it starts to slide back lower, if it doesn't knock out these lows, it's going to be chopping around. So that's still going to be sitting through drawdown. Okay, so that'll be the last trade of the day, last trade of the week. So three trades today. 2 tickers. Qs stopped out just by a little bit there, but stopped out of the stop out. And Tesla stopped out and eventually worked out. All right. Tesla running, yeah. Tesla absolutely running. Tesla at 330. Okay, so stop out there. Let's go back to SPY. MVP goes to Tesla. MVP goes to Palantir and Tesla. Eventually goes to 330. Alright, so again, going up, going down, going up, going down, but gradually pushing. If these conditions persist, okay, if this type of condition persists, your best bet, okay, what we saw this week can persist and you're having a hard time, your best bet is 1 DTE. Okay, that's your best bet. 1 DTE or greater at minimum. Okay, that's the adjustment I'll recommend. You're having a hard time in these conditions with no follow through. 1 DTE or greater. Okay, that will allow you to sit through a little bit of the back and forth. Okay. You can see how Tesla bounced off those key levels. Gets above 325. Gets that break. So this is the one trade that worked in our favor. And the other two were stop outs. All right. Yep. If Tesla can hold 330, there's nothing. Yep. Once it knocked out that 327.50s. Okay, and it broke that level. All right. Just green grass. And to really catch this, right, that 1 DT is going to be great. Watch the Qs break down here, guys. All right, so these are the entries that are working out better, like when it breaks down like this. Okay, let it go where it needs to go to, let it dig a little deeper, and then when it starts to break down, okay, that could possibly be the best way to navigate it. But again, the Qs, guys, they need to create separation right from here. Let's zoom out. Okay, so this morning we discussed the importance of separation for the Qs. Okay, does this look like separation to us? Or does it look like sustained separation? No, it gets somewhere, it comes back to the zone. Okay, so the Qs are a mess. SPY. SPY bounces off the zone. Gets back to this zone. Rejects off the zone initially. Let's do this. You can see a little better. Rejects off here, slides, comes into this key zone for the bounce. Gets back into this area. Now it's trying to hold this and hold above PMH. So the expansion on SPY is north of this area. So it's back to its test area as well. How about our friend, the Dow? Complete mess. Okay, look at this mess. How about our friend, small caps? Okay, did what it need to do, but also a complete mess. Okay, it has a test zone up here, has a bounce zone up here, down here, it bounced off of here. So that idea with small caps, if you guys recall, we were considering the shorts, right? We're always considering the shorts on small caps. It was at this particular point right here. All right, so we have to know what the bigger picture is. I was looking to go short on IWM, but I need a market support. I need everything to break down below its key level. If not, this can easily turn into a nice push back to the upside because we're in this area, because we're in this bounce zone. Right, you're basically shorting that support. If you're shorting that support for a breakdown, because I was salivating over this. Okay, but I need everything else to break down as well, not respect their levels. Therefore, when it start to grab those lows and go the other way, and everything start to bounce, okay, I forego that idea because the criteria is no longer satisfied. All right, so very important. But bigger picture, guys, the market is not going anywhere fast intraday. Just side to side, whipsaw is meant to frustrate you, is meant to make you overtrade. Is meant to knock you off your pivot. Okay, that's what it's designed to do. Your mental capital by this time is very low. Okay, so the likelihood of you making sharp decisions on a Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern, close to 11 o'clock, are very low. So it's preying on that. It's preying on your psychology. All right, so just understand that you are vulnerable to fall susceptible. So if you're done for the day, if you're done for the week, be done. That's why we approach Fridays that way. Okay, so the 3 trades I did take, only one worked out, everything else stopped out. Beautiful job, Lynn. Tremendous Tesla. Beautiful job, Poodle. Beautiful job, John G. Did you guys hold? Are you guys in the hold camp, or did you get a nice little dip? Okay, so everyone enjoying Free Trade Friday, guys. If you're looking to join the community, make sure to do so. All right, we go through this every day. If you were in since the pre-market, tremendous job, Poodle, John, Spy Call, good. Who said he can't wind down McDonald's? Very trappy action. Yep, 100%. Palantir, good. Great job on catching Palantir and Tesla, Poodle. Tremendous job. All right, we're closing on 11 o'clock. For 100 likes, we will do the giveaway. Okay, so protect your capital, protect your mental capital, your actual capital. Protect your gains from the week. Okay, so how long is the streak? Since the 23rd. Since the 23rd of July. All the way to the 6th. Okay, so nice little streak. We had the hot hand. And it's not something special we're doing. We're still trading the system. We're just making an adjustment in the entries. The probability worked in our favor. Okay, so that's not something that's going to continue forever. So even if you do have the hot hand, all right, don't put unnecessary pressure on yourself. Because sometimes what can happen, guys, is when you are winning every trade, when things are working in your favor, subconsciously, you start cherry picking trades to protect your quote unquote win streak. Right? To a detriment. Right, so I'm not saying just take reckless trades, but take the trades you usually take. Apply the proper entry models. If you're looking to trade and you're trying to protect your win streak, right, it's better for you not to trade at all. Okay, because you're defending the win streak rather than trying to put yourself in position to capitalize off the opportunity. All right, so you have to, even if you're in a losing streak, if it's 3 losses, 4 losses, your confidence is 5 losses, your confidence is going to take a hit. Right, so you have to do your best to keep your confidence where it needs to be. So you have to glue yourself to the process. So it applies, something that applies one way always applies the other way. If it's true, it has to apply both ways. Okay, so also NVIDIA, eyes over to 25. If you have NVIDIA can start to go, that's great. Meta's the last one to go. Also Microsoft 505. Staying green, beautiful job, Lynn. Beautiful. Tasty Works has an option to hide. Altimeter panel seems to be to cover very little. 58% on the account, done for the day. Tremendous job, John. That's probably on Tesla. I would guess that's on Tesla or Palantir. So almost doubled the account in one day. Tremendous job, John. Okay, look at this chop, guys. So even if I'd stayed in it, okay, I'd still be in the red. Time is passing. Okay, it's not working. Violates the defined risk. Cut it. Done for the week. Beautiful job, Lynn. Okay. How we doing on YouTube, guys? Let's get the likes up. It's 11 o'clock. We'll look to wrap up the stream here shortly. Thank you for tuning in. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to like the video. We go live every single day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Long-time viewers take the next steps. Long-time viewers joining us. First-time viewers joining us on Free Trade Friday. If you're looking to level up your trading, make sure to join. You have access to our live trading and training every single day from 9 a.m. till 12 o'clock. Okay, so once 11:30 hits, we will transition to our private. We'll take some questions. We'll do more analysis. And then we'll look to wrap it up and sail into the weekend. Let's get caught up on the chat. All out test at 15%. Beautiful job required. At my daily goal, even for the week. Tremendous job, Wiz. In the free tier, good. First time trading, great. Welcome. For those of you putting the ideas into motion, guys, all right, when you're in the community, it's for free. All right, the live, you already utilize the live, so you're basically in the community for free. And that's how most of our members got in it, as it perpetuates, pays for itself. So you watch 3 to 5 episodes, and you cover your yearly. It's our little circular economy. Thank you, Tesla. Thank you, George, for keeping me sane. Absolutely, Tesla's running. Pennies over dollars. If Tesla can hold 330, there's nothing stopping it from running 340. Also, a video about 225. Clawed myself out of $1,700 loss, up $33 now. Crazy morning, but I'm grateful. Tremendous job. That's a skill within itself as well. Drawdown recovery. Systematic recovery is a skill. Okay, tremendous job, Wolverine. Let's get the likes up, guys, in the next couple minutes. Let's get the likes up. We'll do a giveaway. If we fall short, we'll do it on Monday. So everyone who has won the indicator, I've been giving away the indicator 5-day trial. All right, everyone has been given access, so make sure to utilize the access, guys. And we're closing in on 6K subs. All right, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Good. Anyone else done for the week? We'll do end of week's poll here shortly. Tesla. Look at this, guys. 58% on the account done for the day. That's the objective, guys, to fight shift over shift, day over day, to get as close as possible to green. If that becomes your objective, okay, then you start to move your objective, you start to move the goalpost a little bit to be green. And then you start to move your goalpost a little bit because it's within your reach. For your first objective, okay, is to not make any money or lose no money during break even. If you're at break even, you're at a good place. The only thing that got used was your time. The only thing you lost was your time. If it's a small loss, okay, that's still within your system. That's also a good place to be. Just maybe things didn't go in your favor. But if it's catastrophic loss, week over week, right, and it just seems like it doesn't stop, and you're confused, and your head is spinning. You're looking up different strategies all over the place. It's in your best interest to stop immediately. Okay, you must halt all operations immediately. Okay, because more than likely, the only way for you to stop is when there's nothing left to trade. You're spinning out of control. And the market will prey on that, guys. All right, we have to give the market a healthy level of respect. Because if you don't treat it with respect, and you come in, right, it will literally wipe out your account. In a matter of days in some cases, in a matter of weeks in some cases, in a matter of hours or minutes in other cases. All right, so every move you make in the market has to be planned, has to be coordinated, has to be systematic. There can't be a time where you're just doing random things and expecting positive results. Okay, so whichever side of the spectrum you're on, guys, we have the weekend ahead of us. Take some time to make the adjustments. Take some time to reset, recalibrate. Okay, if you're firing on all cylinders, polish up. Look for something to polish up. Right, if the market is beating you up, okay, it's not easy. It's not easy conditions. All right, so what adjustment can you make? Maybe instead of trading 5 setups, trade 2. And the 2 that you do trade, see what entry models work. Because if you're trading the trade, you can see in real time where you're getting stopped out. You can see in real time which one worked, which one didn't. So you can make a slight adjustment and maybe the way you're entering the trade. Okay, so and then once you make that adjustment, once you take some time away from the charts, at least 12 hours, guys, spend 12 hours away from the charts, disconnect, take about 45 minutes to an hour to review everything you did, map out the next month, map out the next week, and then you'll be ready for Monday. Okay. Tesla continues to push, guys. See if we can come back and test that 330. Retest on Meta. Palantir looking to knock out that 170.88 highs a day. Okay, SPY slugfest. Alright, so new hourly, inside on the hour. We did respect this territory here. Let's, when in doubt, zoom out. If we knock out those highs, barring some kind of engulfer back the downside, we continue to push the upside. Okay, you can see came into this bound zone. We came into it, we bounced, continue to push. And this is what the last bit of expansion is. Alright, but we must break, hold, continue to push, and everything, especially the Qs and the Dow, be on the same page. That will help us get there. Okay, and we're still within striking distance of all-time highs. I might be out of reach for today at the current pace, but we're still within striking distance. Anything can happen. Okay, at the current pace, might be out of our reach, but we're still within striking distance. So we have about, from those highs, we have about $3.50 to go from bottom to top. Okay, so we have to make a move the same size to move them in off those lows to get there. Okay, I'll probably give it about a 30%, 25-30% chance. That we do make that move. And when it's sluggish action like this, guys, zeros. Zeros, okay, treat those zeros as scalps. Go for the data 1 DT. Make that adjustment. Okay, make the adjustment. QQQ, last trade. Let's take a look at it. Okay, where was our stop? Stop was right there. Indicator even said stop. If I decided to hold, maybe gets back to a smaller loss and then it goes the other way, we would have got stopped anyways. So I like to stop. If I decided to hold through, violate my stop, okay, 30% stop out turns into 60% stop out. Just like that. And there's no telling if this thing wants to continue to go. Okay, so always respect your stops. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions on YouTube, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, chop, chop, chop. NVIDIA scale out. Apple potential reclaim. Meta potential reclaim brewing. SPY comes back into PMH, first shift highs. Rejects. Okay, so this is the way we're going. Yep, mean reversion works well. So mean reversion is great for choppy conditions. All right, so mean reversion is ideal. Okay, let's go over that real quick. That'll be the lesson for today. Okay, so think of it like this, guys. This is a range. You have a key level here, you have a key level here, one of the SAT key levels. All right, let's say you have a key zone here and a key zone there. And in between the key zones, you have this one level. Okay, in that case, this would be the mean. So to trade it the way I trade it, you're going to have to use the key levels I use. Okay, you have key zone. Key zone here. Okay, so mean reversion, think of mean reversion as sticky. When I say sticky or magnet, that's basically where the mean is. All right, so when we're in expansion conditions, mean reversion doesn't work out. The reason is, if we're doing this, if price is moving like this, okay, when you're playing mean reversions, what you're looking for is a potential rejection here, a sweep here, drop back lower, okay, and price reverting back to the mean. That's your opportunity. So that means there are no expansion. That means there is a lot of fake breakouts. That means we are range bound. Same thing applies to the downside, right? Price comes in here. Okay, starts to, looks like it wants to break, fakes, and then sweeps. And then starts to go this way. Okay, so you're taking that back to the mean. Those are two ways to play it. And those are the exact same way you play it, but just inverse. The other way you play it, right? So we say back to the mean, and one is separation away from the mean. The other one is, okay, when there's periods of accumulation here at the mean, okay, you want to see some kind of separation away from the mean, headed back towards here, or headed back towards here. When it gets there, something else applies. So this is the way you trade mean reversion. But mean reversion price must be chopping around like it is now. It must be just moving sideways, not getting any real follow through. Okay, that's mean reversion. So if what would invalidate a mean reversion is, say we were doing this for the entirety for 2 hours. Say we're doing this kind of activity for 2 hours. So we're generally moving in this range. On the third hour, if we do this, okay, so mean reversion is no longer there. What that means is, okay, we're starting to build some structure now. We're starting to build structure. We're starting to move the other way. Previous highs are turning into tests. They're turning into higher lows. We're seeing a gradual push. So if you try to do mean reversion here, okay, you're basically shorting a validated higher low, okay, on an uptrend. So you'll automatically get stopped out unless you time it perfectly and get lucky. All right, maybe there's a 20% chance, 30% chance at best. Okay, so this is where you trade mean reversion. This is where you trade expansion. Okay, so mean reversion, there's a lot of the approaches. There's some approaches that can be discretionary. There's some subjectivity to it. You have to kind of get your own feel for it, because it all depends on how you're playing the reversion itself. So when it approaches that said level, how do you know? Okay, it's going to do this rather than this. How do you know? Okay, I'll give you the answer, guys. No one knows. There's no 100% way of knowing. If there was a 100% way of knowing, okay, everybody would have figured it out. But what you're saying is, if it's in a mean reversion area, if it's chopping around, there's a 60% chance, okay, that this breaks down. Okay, if it expands, there's a 60% chance it goes that way. All you need is a 60% chance. I know that seems low, but if you can get this to work 6 out of 10 times with a positive RR, you'll be green. So you don't have to get it right 10 out of 10 times. Okay, so at face value. Now you can put different criteria, okay, entry criteria in these areas to start to increase your percentage. You can start to use synchronized buying, synchronized selling, what the indexes are doing. You can start to use price action, and you can start to try to boost the odds of that work in your favor up to 70%. But even with 70%, there's still a chance of you losing 3 times or 30 times out of 100. But the ones that you lose 30 times or 3 times out of 10 at 70, those are accounted for. That's what you have your risk management for. All right, so there isn't a 100% way to do it. But all you can do is get good at identifying the conditions, using some entry models in that territory to distinguish the two. Okay, it's not simple as just break and retest and go. It's not simple as failed, hold, and drop. Right? Everyone can explain this. I can teach this to my 10-year-old, and he can probably explain it better than I can. Right? He can understand this with a 10-minute, within 10-15 minutes. Applying it, putting it to practice, putting money behind it, managing emotions is what comes into play. And the market is moving. That's what matters. All right, so there isn't 100% way of knowing, but you're just stacking the odds in your favor to the best of your ability. And you will be reassured, guys. Okay? The reason why I say that is because you don't have to be perfect to win. You don't have to get this right 100% of the time to win. The times you get it wrong, make sure it's for a defined risk. The times you get it right will cover your risk if it's been defined. But so what I mean by that is if I get this wrong 3 times, okay, once I get it wrong, okay, I move along. Twice I get it wrong, I'm following my risk, I get it wrong again. Okay, are you going to be frustrated a little bit? Yes. Okay, let's do it. And then you get it wrong again 3 times. You get it wrong again. The one time you get it right, okay, makes up for those 2. If you have defined risk. If you don't have defined risk, this is what's happening. You're supposed to cut it wherever you're supposed to cut it. You're not cutting it now. You have a negative RR. So you're taking 4 units of risk, 4 R loss, and a 1 R gain. It's inverse. It's upside down. Okay, so you're putting yourself in a situation where even now, if you are winning 70% of the time, since your RR is flipped, and you're not cutting the trade where you're supposed to, it doesn't matter where this goes. The only way for you to get this small red is to get an astronomical push. You can't TP here, you can't TP there. Right? Because you're digging yourself out of a hole. So the best thing is, okay, define the risk. Trust the process. Okay, 60% with positive RR, 1-to-1. Even a 1-to-1 can work, guys. Even if you're right 50% of the time with a positive RR can work. Strive for 1.5-to-1, 2-to-1. Okay, make things as conservative as possible because they're attainable. I know a lot of people tell people to get 1 R for 12 R. 1 R for 12 R trades don't come around every day. We would all love to have 1 R, 12 R, 1 to 12 trades. They don't happen every day. If you're looking to do this every day, 1-to-1, 1.5-to-1, 2-to-1 with proper scale outs, with conservative targets are very doable. You can do that, okay, over and over and over again. All right, but you must always follow the defined risk. If you don't follow the defined risk, whatever your defined risk is, all right, then you're not letting the math play out. At the end of the day, it's a math game. As much emotions are tied to losing, if you try to make it as mechanical as possible and try to think of it as business transactions, okay, try to put it into business terms, okay, this is nothing personal. It's just numbers. All right, so be reassured, because if we had to win 100% of the time, this industry wouldn't work. All right, but it's so psychological that traders can win 70% of the time and still blow accounts, because the 3 times they're losing, okay, the 30% of the time they're losing, they don't know how to manage the frustration and the emotion. So the market will allow you, if you can find a high probability system, to win more times than you lose. But it knows, okay, that if you start to lose, you start to lose your confidence. If you start to lose, you start to stop following your rules. And everything goes out the window. All right, so very important that we understand that. All right, so that's how mean reversions work. Okay, and that's the kind of setup you want to trade. So it's either you exist on the edges. The cool thing is, if you exist on the edges, you're buying those contracts. This is the essence of buying a low, selling high. You're buying those calls near the lows of the day, if not at the lows of the day. You're buying those puts near the lows of the day, if not at the lows of the day. That's the essence of buying low, selling high. When you're trading expansion, you're buying high, selling higher. So you have to be more diligent in your risk management when you're trading expansion, because especially depending on the contracts. Because when you're trading expansion, you are buying those contracts very close to the high of the day. And if you don't have that right entry, that right execution, the right timing, and it does one of these, okay, you can easily be down 15-20%. Okay, as opposed to if you're buying here, right, you can be down 15-20%, but it's going to require this entire thing to collapse. Then you'll notice a difference depending on the contract you trade and what type of model you trade. So you ever notice when you do take a trade, say you take a trade in expansion, so you take the orb to the upside, as soon as you get in, it wicks, you're down 20%. It's because you're buying those contracts at the very high of the day. So you need overwhelming evidence suggesting that it's going to go higher. It's not only buy low, sell high, guys. It's buy high, sell higher. Those are the only 2 ways, okay, you can make money in the game. But if you're a buy low, sell high, that's the only way you want to approach it, then you cannot trade expansion. You have to trade this type of action. Only here, when it's here, those contracts are at the midpoint. They're relatively cheap, relatively expensive. Okay. So hopefully that explains those setups, and that will be a great lesson, and that will be a great way to cap off the week as well, guys. SPY starting to push here. Speaking of expansion, let me know if that makes sense. Okay, so nice bounce on SPY. Continues to push above PMH, slow grind higher in full pursuit. We'll look to wrap it up here in a couple minutes. Get caught up in the chat. TOS is not available yet. TOS, to be honest, I haven't had a chance to convert the code to all the platforms. All right, but primarily it's going to be only on TradingView. Apple. Took it the first time, worked out, second time possibly stopped out. If it can resurface back to the upside, that would be great. Latest name to go, Amazon. So one thing I am noticing, guys, I'll share with you guys. is the breaks are taking place in second. Gradual breaks. Everything is just taking longer to play out. Yeah, TradingView. If you have TradingView, you'll have access to Shockwave. You can use a free tier to get started on TradingView. Any other questions, guys? Okay, before we do wrap up, guys, make sure to go to our site. This will be the last month where price will be kept at this level. So again, if you're looking to join, make sure to do so. Get in while you can at this price. You're grandfathered in. The ones joining us on Free Trade Friday, hopefully you're enjoying. The ones on YouTube, make sure to join our free tier Discord. Okay, free. You have access to our lives once a week. You have access to free tools and resources. You have access to 24/7 stock market newsfeed. At some point in time, I did have a free chat, but the free chat got out of hand. All right, so people posting all sorts of different things. So it's better not to. There's just a feed in there. All right, the feed. I post things in there for you to join the live on the 4 days out of the week for our live trading program. All right, because anyone can jump in the free tier, and if they want to spam or troll or self-promote, and it can get a little hectic. So I had to remove that element of a free chat on the free tier. But you do have a lot of resources and tools that are available to you. If you pair the free tier along with the live streams every single day, you'll be well on your way. For those of you who are joining free, if you're looking to upgrade, make sure to do so. $69 a month. Use the code TRIAL30. Right? If you do get that price, lock in at $69, you will be grandfathered in for the remainder of your membership, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. We're here for the long run, guys, and we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yearly, if you're looking to upgrade to year, that's also available. Shockwave, guys, 5, 30, 60 lotto coming out soon. We will phase out quarterly very soon at the end of the month. Yearly is available if you want the yearly access. If you want the lifetime access, you'll get all the updates. Okay, so make sure to lock in, guys. There is a link floating around for Shockwave. Okay, that link is, I believe, $4.97. It's basically back at the early bird pricing for 12 months. For those of you who got early bird, you got it for lifetime. Right, so the lifetime price won't change. So that link is floating around. If you can't find that link, it's available here. That link should be pinned in the chat, somewhere in the chat. If you're interested, make sure to take that. If you want Shockwave quarterly, this is your last month to get it. If you want yearly, send me a DM. I'll send it to you as well, the link, while it's still valid for the $4.97. If you go on the site, it's $6.97. Starter pack also coming to an end, guys, this month. Starter pack, you get Shockwave, 12 months access to the community. You have access to a 60-minute coaching call. That is all coming to an end this month. This is the bundle you want to take advantage of. If you want to get started, all right, you want to be part of the community for 12 months, you want to have Shockwave 1.0, 2.0 lifetime access. It's a great way to kickstart or refresh your trading career. All right, so all that is available to you at smartactiontrade.com. Make sure to like the video on your way out. Make sure to subscribe. We will jump over to the private stream for a few, and we'll discuss more things, take more questions, share more analysis. We'll see you guys, see everyone else on Monday. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.